So it says the curve C has parametric equations x equals t to the 4 over t plus 1, and y equals t cubed over t 2t plus 1, where t is greater than 0. Part A says write down x divided by y in terms of t, given your answer in simplest form for 1 mark. Okay, so x divided by y. Well, we have x, we've got y there. X divided by y, just by looking at it, is going to be x on the top, so t to the 4 over 2t plus 1 divided by y, which is t cubed over 2t plus 1. This is x over y, but they did say in simplest form, and as you can see, we've got 2t plus 1s. They're probably going to cancel when we flip it. So we're dividing by a fraction, so we can say this is 2t to the 4 over 2t plus 1, and then we times by the reciprocal of the denominator, so it's going to be 2t plus 1 divided by t cubed. That will cancel with that, and then you're left with t to the 4 over t to the 3, which is just t. So therefore, x divided by y is just equal to t. We get that? Yeah, happy with that? Yeah, good stuff. Now, it says part B, it says hence show that all points on C satisfy the equation x cubed minus 2xy cubed minus y to the 4 equals 0 for 3 marks. Now, you see here, they haven't said anything about Cartesian. They will never do that. But they said that, well, we started with a parametric equation, curve C, and they're saying that this same curve can be written with x's and y's with no t in it. This is an indicator that you need to convert from parametric to Cartesian, okay? Again, they'll never tell you explicitly in the exam. You have to read in between the lines, okay? So they've also used hence as well, right? Hence, because it's probably going to be easy to do with what we've done in part A. We've said, well, we've shown, by the way, that x divided by y is actually t. X over y is t. So for example, we want it in terms of, it doesn't even matter which one you use. I'll use y, but let's just say I have y is equal to t cubed over 2t plus 1, right? Now, can you see this isn't explicitly y in terms of t or x in terms of t? It's x and y in terms of t, right? We can still use it as a substitution. So for the person that asked before, is it always x in terms of y or y in terms of x? In this case, it isn't, right? It's actually both, right? And that can happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in x over y for t because that's what t is equal to. It's x divided by y. So I'm going to have x over y all cubed over two lots of x over y plus 1, like that. So now we want to show that we get that there. So we don't want any fractions. So let's multiply by the denominator. So if I multiply by the denominator, it's going to be y times 2x over y plus 1. Now that is equal to, and then that is going to be x over y all cubed, isn't it? Let me just make sure I've got that all correct. Yeah, that looks good to me. So tidying that up, if I expand that bracket, it's going to be y times, see, message here. In this case, how come just subbing your into y and not x? Doesn't matter. Both will give you the same thing, right? I just chose y, but both will give you the same thing because it's x in terms of y anyway, right? Doesn't actually matter when you use. They're very, very similar. So it's going to be the same thing pretty much algebraically. Yeah. So doing that one, it's going to be 2x over y, like that, plus, and then these two, y times 1 is a y. And then that one is going to be x cubed over y cubed, isn't it? So let's tidy up the left-hand side. If I cancel the y's, that will cancel with that, isn't it? It's just going to be 2x plus y is equal to x cubed over y cubed, like that. And then if I times 3 by y cubed, like that, then it would be 2xy cubed plus y to the 4, because I'll times that, wouldn't I? Y to the 4 is going to equal x cubed. So therefore, what do they want? They want x cubed to be positive, the other one's negative. So therefore, move these two to the right by taking them away. It's going to give you x cubed minus 2xy cubed minus y to the 4 is equal to 0. And that is our answer, isn't it? To check. Yeah, perfect. Does that make sense? Anybody get that? Yeah, good stuff. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And then if you were to do it the other way, what did we do? So let's just do it the other way. I'll do it quick. X is equal to, what is it? T to the 4 over 2t plus 1. And t is x over y. So t is equal to x over y to the 4 over 2 lots of x over y plus 1. So doing that, you're going to times that up. You're going to times that up. It's going to be x times by 2x over y plus 1 is equal to x over y all to the 4. Expanding that, that's going to be, that will be 2x squared, isn't it? Over y plus x, no? Let me just double check. 2 times x, yeah, that's fine. Is equal to x to the 4 over y to the 4. Times everything by y to the 4, what are we gonna have? If I times everything by y to the 4, y to the 4, like that, then it's gonna be that will be 2x squared over y times y to the 4 plus xy to the 4 is equal to x to the 4. Like that, what happens there? That's gonna be 2x squared y cubed, like that, plus xy to the 4 is equal to x to the 4. What do they want? They want cubed, that's right. They want cubed. So if I divide through by x now, because they want cubed, to show that it's cubed. So we divide through by x to get the cube, don't we? Divide everything by x. That will give us 2x y cubed plus y to the 4 is equal to x cubed, which is exactly what we got here, isn't it? Can you see that's the exact same thing? Let me highlight them. Let me highlight them. That right there. Can you see that right there is the exact same as that. Exact same thing. So therefore, you get the exact same thing. So it doesn't actually matter which way you do it. Perfect. Exact same thing. Which one is quicker? Is it the same? I'd say the putting it into y is quicker because of the fact that you got to divide through by y to the you got to divide through by x here. But it's not that difficult to be fair. But yeah, you can do it both ways. Does that make sense, guys?